I'm Bill.
And I'm Candace.
And we're the Disruptors.
Oh, it's hot out.
I'm already disrupted. I've melted in a chair. At
Well,
least you can have bucket seats in the studio.
You know, we should probably work on getting that. Yeah, it's just been real hot. Too hot. I'm a true Washingtonian. How about you, Bill?
No, I think so.
Yeah, born and raised here. It gets after about 78, and I go, oh my God, we're going to die. It gets so hot.
And so far, I've died several times this week. Well, today we have a heavier subject than we had last time. I'm very excited. I can't wait because...
We do. Well, this we're picking up. So I'm going to recap a little bit. It's about customer experience.
Okay.
And we're going to talk today about ways to increase that experience. So I'm just going to recap real quick. So the 3 points that we engaged with last show was customer experience equals the quality of the engagement. Number 2 was to make it for the customer the very best hello and their worst goodbye. And 3, opening up that conversation that builds that connection.
Well,
yeah,
now
that was good stuff.
Now we can get right into the next topic. And we have our producer back.
Yeah, he had so much fun.
Would you hit him and wake him up
last
for a
time?
Hello, everybody. He's back. Okay.
So Chris was in the studio with us, so we're really glad to have him. We had such a good conversation last in the studio.
There was no way I was going to miss it this week.
No, there was no way at all because it wouldn't be right not having you here to finish up on this conversation. So, Candace, we're going to let you open up the can of worms.
Awesome. Well, I want to start it off, first of all, with a really powerful statistic. Companies that excel at customer experience grow their revenues 4 to 8% above the market.
4 to 8%. That's a big chunk of change.
Yeah, it certainly can be. So let's start the conversation out today with what are some ways that you could actually increase those touch points.
Okay.
With the customer.
And this would be in the area.
Well, you alluded last time to the website. So why don't we go ahead and start off with the website? What does that look, feel, and taste?
That's a good question. Because when we want to bring personality to the website, we also want to educate them. We want to show them that we are interested in what they want, that we are looking at their values and giving them a good product and good service. So wouldn't it build our brand also at the same time that we're doing these things?
Right, except we're actually talking about what is their experience. So how are they interacting with that website? And are you encouraging them in their lifestyle?
Or are you encouraging them in their knowledge, entertaining them, or what are you doing?
Amazon is basically a hunt, or a shop, buy and get out, right? Kind of a deal.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's a quick. Actually, Amazon is based exactly what you said. You got a little bar up the top, says search. Okay, before I go to the website, I want to find out how many thousands of napkins I can buy with this pattern on it. So I go up there and I type it in, bang, oh boy, go through the list, they got it, zap, put it in a cart, and bang, I'm gone.
You bet. And if you've got a problem, they're great on the backside.
That's correct.
To go ahead and help you resolve it.
And I think what's really interesting about it also, a lot of people don't understand with Amazon, if you get something, off of their website that doesn't work, it doesn't fit you, they'll tell you, come back to the website, click in, they have a choice bar that you're returning the merchandise, and I've done this, and they'll automatically within 15 to 20 minutes send you a code. They'll send you a little deal you print out, stick it in the box, put tape on it, and they'll tell you where their drop boxes are. You go down, for instance, the one I use is in Puyallup. You go down to Safeway, pop in the little code that they give you, door opens, you put the box in there, slam it closed, and within 24 hours, your money is back into your credit card.
Wow. I did not know that. I've never had a problem.
And it's been absolutely, and they'll come right back and the screen will come on. You returned the item. We have done the actual financial transaction has been corrected. And thank you for the service. We hope that you'll look at our site again. That to me was very important because I thought when I start shopping online, I get something, it doesn't work or it doesn't fit what I want. Now I got something around. I know, what do I have to go through? Do I have to talk to 5 computers to get my thing sent back? How do I do it? Amazon is completely bam, 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 simple instructions and fast.
They've built a good reputation. I've actually got a statistic here as well.
Okay.
40% of customers begin purchasing from a competitor because of their reputation for great customer service.
Absolutely. And I believe that Amazon, who turned $52.9 billion in business last quarter, could teach a lot of the other online that customer service, utilizing their website or social media, the response back, simplifying it and making it an easy transaction is so important.
I agree. And, we're talking large, we're big business.
Right.
So how do we bring that right on back down, though, to small business?
I think that one of the key points that you look at when you look at the small business is if you have social media, of course, all of us do, or if you have websites and social media, call for action in your ads is very important, of course, but picking up the phone or finding a way when the customer has a complaint. Now, I monitor the phone all the time. Has a complaint, you want to be able to reassure them that within a short period of time, you're going to get back to them.
Well, complaints are actually a gift. They're a teaching tool, and they show where your gaps are and how you can go ahead and build that bridge, which makes it better.
Absolutely.
It's an opportunity to become the hero of the call rather than the enemy of the call.
Yeah, we're not in business, we're not here to draw firing lines.
No.
We're here to build bridges and to communicate.
I got another statistic for you. 90% of customers say they have had poor experience seeking customer support on mobile.
Absolutely. One of the biggest problems that they're having in the technology world is mobile. And let's face it, everybody's going mobile. The day of sitting at the desktop is gone. It's on the watch or it's on your phone. And technology is going to have to catch up with that. But you can work around that too. A small company actually has more clearance to do that than a large company, simply because they can mold. For instance, I have a deal that automatically comes out and says, I will reach you within 24 hours or less. A lot of phones and a lot of people aren't doing that. And you can set that up on your telephone. Mm-hmm. Very important to do so. Because if I have a complaint and I'm on my phone and I punch it in, I expect to get an answer back. I don't expect dead airspace or, okay, we're going to get back to you and then there's more dead airspace. I want to know that somebody's interested in what I need and they're going to serve me, not just ignore me.
Now, we've been talking about how to take care of people as far as technology goes, but we do have a lot of small business people in the community that they don't have a website. The local grocery store. Yeah,
I want to bring in this, since you brought up website. Over 50% of businesses across America still do not have a website.
50%.
50%. I'm just throwing that out there.
That's mind-boggling.
So, and that's, so you're absolutely right.
That's like not having an address in the phone book when we had phones. Or in the Yellow Pages.
What need is there for a 7-Eleven, the corner 7-Eleven store, okay, owned by Joe Blow? He's been there for 13, 14 years. Why does he have a need for a website, a personalized website?
I think there's two areas. One, I agree with you. Usually they don't. But now you're seeing restaurants and smaller chains and smaller grocery stores with the delivery to the door service. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're going to have a delivery to the door service, you got to have somewhere for them to go. Small pizza outfits naturally have been doing it for years, very successful. The sandwich industry and all the rest of them, even though they're big in a family sense, business that's been around for a lot of years, this expands their market out and something that they don't want to miss. Because if they miss out that, they're missing out to the competitor.
Well, we're talking about ways that increase the customer experience.
Absolutely.
So for those that have these small places that don't have the websites and the Twitter accounts and so on and so forth, honestly, the biggest thing they can do is to learn their customers' names, because their customers are coming in from the local area. Mm-hmm. And if they learn their customers' names, that is going to create a loyalty base that you can't get in a big chain.
Well, I think just having the sense of community, I mean, that's an intangible, but by building that sense of community, that you're a part of, the guy next door, that
you believe in the community
absolutely.
Where you live. You support that community and the businesses in that area.
That's a value. And when you have an opportunity to sponsor, to help with a walkathon or with whatever that might
baseball,
be, whatever that nonprofit or something,
sure.
You have that opportunity to come in and say, yeah, we're a part of you. We care about our community. We care about what's going on. That's something that's very, very simple. There are other ways, though. Creative emails. Okay, I realize that the corner store, or, the corner C store doesn't need an email campaign, but that's not all of the businesses. So having that creative email, other than here's your order, thanks for shopping, or thank you for writing or giving us your concerns. Instead, we could frame it so much more fun. For example, if somebody has, if there's a complaint, putting something there of, oops, it looks like we blew it, but please give us another opportunity to resolve. People like the transparency. Authenticity in developing your company is a direct reflection on you owning your stuff, right?
Exactly.
And I think that sometimes businesses can deflect because they're overloaded, overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, another problem. Mm-hmm. And instead just say, hey, you know what? We've been short-staffed. Not that the consumer cares or really wants to know about that piece. But the fact of the matter is that, you know what? We can do better.
Absolutely.
And resolving it quickly. Do not let that problem linger on for days through procrastination.
Yeah.
And I think another thing that you look at is now everybody at the end of your purchase or at the end of your phone call, what do they ask you to do? Please stay on the line for a survey. Boy, that irritates me.
Well,
I don't know why, but it
most small
shouldn't.
businesses don't do that. But looking at other ways to increase engagement is asking. I like SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey is asking your people. Do you prefer text messaging? Do you prefer
emails?
Emails. Do you
phone calls?
Asking them, getting a real sense of how you can engage.
Absolutely,
and creating that experience that goes beyond the sale.
Absolutely. And I think one of the other things, Dayton Bird, who is a businessman in England, came out with the email concept. He said, even if you don't have a lot of customers, or if you have a lot of customers and time goes by, and you notice that they're not coming in to shop with you or anything of that nature, or you haven't had contact, sit down at an email and say, hi, how you doing? I was just thinking of you today when we put out this new rack of car tires or this new product they have. We haven't seen you for a while, and we'd love to talk to you about this new product line or service. Drop us a line. And you'd be surprised at how many people in media say, they're thinking about me.
Absolutely. Well, not only that, but one of the new trends, which I don't think some of this is a trend. I think that the customer experience is going to be here and it's going to stay here. And it's going to really separate the boys to the men, so to speak, on the key players in business who's serious about their customer. But we have another experience. It's called the unboxing experience. And so like a client might get a card, and in the card, it might have a couple of tea bags that's saying, reminding them that they have a scheduled appointment.
Yes.
What is that unboxing experience that you can engage with? How many times? You need to touch your clients, remember, 12 times. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Right.
But just take a look at the newsletters. Newsletters is it's a personal pet peeve because I think that newsletters should be done to inspire, educate, encourage, and explore, that company. And then, by the way, this is a special, or there's one hook, not 1,000 hooks.
Yes,
not all of this
absolutely.
yak that means absolutely nothing, but how are you educating them? How are you inspiring them? How are you increasing the conversation of community or authenticity or talking to them about, what can improve? And thank God that you're in their life. So,
and that makes a real approach to business that's different. And the simple reason is they're involved with you. That's as simple as it is. They're involved with the business. The business cares.
Yes. Now, if you're doing email blasts, so an email blast, for example, is for you to, engage, get the leads and things like that. Newsletters should never do that.
Absolutely should
Completely
not.
different feel. When somebody opens up our newsletters, I want them to go, oh, yay, it got here. And I don't want them to spend all day long reading it. That's the other thing. The newsletters that have so much content in it that there's no way that you're going to